Made it back. Getting out here, got the van cranked on, letting it warm up. Somebody's giving me a free dryer, not too far from here, so I'm gonna go pick it up. Grabbing my hand trucks in the toolbox, get them loaded up. Got the dryer picked up, hitting the road. Gotta make another quick pit stop at Walmart, pick some items up, and then head home. Picked up all the spring water they had. Also got some oil and a filter for the van. That way we can get the oil changed. Got all the gallons of water I bought loaded up in the side-by-side. I'm gonna take my parents a gallon just in case they need one. Got the sheep let out, free ranging a little bit today. My dad left this morning, picked up a load. Looks like he brought some items, so we're gonna go get that unloaded before we get to work. Picked up 5 gallons of diesel and then 2 2-gallon canisters of regular gasoline. Get some of this stuff going and running if we can. Looks like one of these guys is stuck back here. I don't even know how he got back there. He's stuck between some of these scrap fridges. So I'm gonna get some of these moved out the way and try to get him free. He ran from over there, somewhere back there, to over here. And this big guy is free. They're on the move. I guess when the leader decides it's time to go, they all follow. Checking out the pad we laid. Took off all the pieces of wood around that we're building the form. It's not 100% complete yet, but piece by piece, we're getting it all put together. Still needs to be extended a little more. Been in my shop working, already scrapped out one stove. This is the second one I'm gonna scrap out. Not worth me fixing, taking off all the cables, all the good parts that I need, and then taking the rest of the scrap pile. Finish this one up and then move on to trying to get a dryer or something complete. Got the air filter and the casing for this 4-wheeler. Last night I ordered the voltage regulator, so we'll have to wait for that to come in piece by piece. It's coming together. Getting some of these sheep pushed back. They wandered off to the road. Getting back in the shop. I brought this washer out here on the pad. I fixed it last week, replaced the pump and the belt, but the lid fell off, rusted off, missing one of the plastic pieces. So we're gonna see if we can get it reattached, get this thing cleaned up, sanded and painted if needed, and move on to something else. Found 2 new plastic pieces for the lid. Getting ready to finish sanding this thing up, wipe it down, and then get it painted. Sanded it down, went ahead and put 1 coat of paint on all the rusty spots that I sanded. Looking good. Got the sides a little bit on both sides wherever it was rusting. We're gonna let this dry, then probably hit it with another coat and let that dry real good before we try to put the lid on. I brought this dryer in here, already hooked it up, tested it. Seems to be heating, but it's making a lot of racket. Probably one of the wheels bad, I'm not too sure yet. Started disconnecting it, got the electronic board disconnected, or the power board. So that way we can take the head unit off, the front end off, get the drum and belt off, take a look inside. Got the machine all tore apart. I took the wheel off for the belt tensioner because it was causing all the issues. It was really loose, wore out. So we're gonna get it replaced, clean up and re-grease all the other wheels. Take this element off, make sure it's okay, clean it, and then put it all back together. Slight change of plans out here. After getting the element removed and getting a better look at the body of this dryer, I saw that a lot of the stuff was rusted out. The exhaust here, all the way rusted out almost. The casing for the element was rusted out. Inside this tube's all rusted out. Also, this exhaust fan starting to rust out. So instead of taking a lot of time and energy getting this thing back in working order correctly, I'm just gonna take all the remaining good parts out and scrap the rest of it and move on to something else. Got a second coat of paint put on this washer. Looking even better now. We're gonna let that dry. If we can tonight, reinstall the lid, get it all put back together. If not, we'll finish it out tomorrow morning. I bought this one just for parts. It's got a bad computer board, so all the good parts we'll take out, scrap the rest, free up some space in here. No need in them just sitting if they're not getting fixed. Got the machine pretty much all tore apart. Now time to get all the good parts out, scrap the rest. I put all the extra metal back inside the body, and now I'm getting ready to take this whole thing out to the scrap pile. I've been working on another dryer, tearing it apart for parts. It's a weird one. It's an upright dryer. I've never seen one before. This is the one and only. It's been sitting outside for a while, so I'm getting off any parts that I might need. Almost done with this one as well. I'm gonna get it put out to the scrap pile and bring something else in. This one I'm gonna try to get repaired. Testing all the sensors. Everything's checking out okay. The issue seems to be the knob up here on the timer got broken off, so we'll have to find something there. But while we're already in here, we're gonna get this back bearing greased up. That way it doesn't squeak. Get it all put back together and see how it runs. Another job complete. I got the dryer put back together, hooked up, running, it's heating. Just finished up conditioning the belt, making sure it lasts as long as it can. Found a new knob for the timer. We'll finish putting it all back together and it'll be another done deal. My dad's been using the old Zeter today, so now he's just going through, giving it a little cleanup. Don't want any dirt building up on it. I brought this washer back in here. The paint seems to have dried, so I'm gonna work on getting the lid reinstalled. And if all goes as planned, we'll get it cleaned up and put everything back together. Got her all cleaned up, made sure the oil was good. He's gonna take her back home. I'm getting ready to close up shop as well. Got the lid for this washer reinstalled. It needs to be cleaned up a little more, but I just wanted to make sure it'd work. Had to reattach these plastic pieces that connect to the top of the machine. And then these are already connected to the lid. They slide into a little hole here, holds the lid on top. But what had happened is the screw under here was missing, fell off, broke, I'm not too sure. Got that replaced. Slowly but surely this machine is getting done. Another day comes to an end out here. It's about 9 o'clock now. Getting ready to close down shop. We'll pick up where we left off tomorrow. Headed up to the house. Gonna get the dogs fed, get washed up, start on some dinner. Got the moon shining bright out here tonight. We'll be back out here tomorrow.